video today talking about in-law relationships. People always are kind of like in awe or sometimes roll their eyes because Jay and I are really close with our respective in-laws. I'm very close with his mother and his brother, and the same, he's very close with my parents and my brother. So, you know, a good portion of it, of a successful or a good, positive in-law relationship is luck. Hopefully you don't marry anybody with just an absolutely horrible parents or, you know, whatever. And sometimes that does happen. But I feel like for the most part, or hopefully for the most part, there's something you can do to ensure that your relationship with your in-laws is a positive one and stays that way. I think the biggest thing is the amount of effort that we've put into it, even from when we were dating. Jay is extremely close to his mom and his brother, and I'm very close with my parents. So knowing that, we know that family is extremely important to both of us. That's something that I think probably attracted us to each other. So from the beginning, Jay, I think, really went above and beyond with making sure that, you know, our family was included in our lives in a positive way. He organized movie nights, so my parents, you know, usually Jay's brother would go, my aunt, my brother, we would all just go out to the movies to see the latest, you know, action movie or, you know, whatever movie. We did it a couple times. And that was really fun, and I just think everybody really appreciated the effort that my husband was putting into getting to know the family and really immersing himself and becoming a part of the family. And, you know, we did the same thing with his mom and brother. You know, we, you know, go out to eat, we just hang out. I mean, I call my mother-in-law and talk to her. I talk to my brother-in-law very often. He's like one of my best friends now. So we talk all the time, and it was actually his idea that I do this video. So shout out to him for that. Just because we seem to have kind of mastered this. I mean, like I said, again, I mean, my mother-in-law, it's just luck. My mother-in-law and my mom are very similar, have very similar interests, so it's very easy for them to pick up and have a conversation. They love the news, they love politics, and they love community service, community work. And they're both involved in the church. So they just have a lot in common, so that really helps. My brother-in-law, my dad, you know, they have very fun sense of humor, so everybody just gets along really well. You know, my brother-in-law and my dad are very intelligent, and, you know, my mom and, you know, mother-in-law are intelligent. Everybody's smart, you know, but I could be, you know, partial. So, you know, you just have to put in the effort and make sure that people feel valued and feel important. Just because you're married and, you know, you kind of separate from those two households, meaning your parents, it doesn't mean that they lose their value and their importance in your life, obviously. And, you know, I just think we are extremely close to our families. My side of the family, we have Sunday dinner every Sunday. So that just kind of shows how close we really are. We try to get together with Jay's mom and brother, with Jackson, at least once a week, at least. And that way, you know, we just spend time with everybody as much as we can. And so, you know, it just, and one great example of how well our relationship building has gone, last November, we went on a couples trip to Jamaica. Jay and I did, and we were gone for a little bit less than a whole week. And the week we were gone, my mom's birthday fell into that week. So my mother-in-law and brother-in-law called up my mom and said, "Hey, happy birthday, let's go to lunch." So they all went to lunch without us there. They were like, "Hey, you know, Karen, my mom, should see Jackson on her birthday. Let's spend some time and hang out." And they had a great time. Sent us pictures and everything. So that's just the kind of, when you say you're married, you're not just marrying that person, you are marrying their family. And you want your family to blend and work well together in instances like that, especially. We have a child. We want him to be surrounded by love and positivity and support. And when we had and speaking of support, when we had our miscarriage, my parents, my aunt, and Jay's mom and brother, they all kind of, came to our house and just covered us with love and support, and that was just so wonderful. And it just really helped. And while we were all kind of sitting there, my dad said, in moments like this, everybody just needs to grab hands, and we're just going to get through this together and pull each other along. And that's really just how we run our family. It's just, we're all in it together. We're, they're there to support me and Jay in our marriage, and support our little family. So they help us with babysitting and watching Jackson for whenever we need them. And it's just really important to build those bonds, because it's really invaluable. It really is. And so I just always suggest you go the extra mile. You just make sure people know that they're important, that they're loved. It's really not that hard, but that is if you don't fall into that unlucky category. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I hope this helps someone out there to put in that work. And hopefully, if you are having a rough time with your in-laws, just try again. Always keep trying, and hopefully it'll work out for you. And just because we're close doesn't mean that our families are involved in our everyday marriage decisions, family decisions. Everyone is very respectful of our privacy in our one-on-one relationship. So there has to be a balance with that as well. And I think I kind of mentioned that in a previous video. You don't necessarily want to take your problems to people who are so close. So there is a balance that needs to be had, but definitely the effort, put that work in, and I think the benefits will really be very positive and wonderful. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Peace.